All right. So this year, they've changed Google Classroom up quite a bit, and it's something I'd like to really start incorporating, at least for my class throughout the years. Before we actually get into Google Classroom, I want to talk to you about a few Google extensions that I find to be very helpful, and it is with the kids too. So if you can, at the top left of the Google website, click on the Apps button. If you do not have this, and if you don't, do any of you not? Perfect. Okay. So I want you to come down here to the web store on the very bottom right. Okay, you'll see up here I have a green circle. That green circle, that's add to classroom. So if I find a clip online or something like that, I just click that button, it automatically adds to my Google Classroom. The Rocket is Rocket Readability, which I use all the time with kids. And then the last one, I use Grammarly a lot because Grammarly works a lot better in Google Docs than spell check does. So the only thing I'm going to have you do today, just for the sake of this, is type in Rocket Readability. And it should just be the top one right here. And it'll just be this white box with a rocket in it. Yours will say add to Chrome. Mine says rate it. Has everybody found that? Okay. All right. So what this does, I know you guys have seen it too. You go to any, I read Fox News, pretty much all news websites like that. And there's always random videos that pop up. There's ads, and you can't control what those ads contain. So a lot of times you have a kid do a research paper, they go to this website, they have all these really inappropriate ads about, undergarments. I mean, what Rocket Readability does, it takes those away. So if we go to I'm going to go to USA Today real quick. All right. So I'm going to pick the very first one, fugitive wanted 40 years arrested after public intoxication. All right. So first thing that pops up is a video. I scroll down, there's ads off here to the right. Rocket Readability does, all you do is click on this, and it takes all those away. So this is what I have all the kids have USD 241 accounts now. They all have Rocket Readability, so it cuts all that out. Now, not only is it distracting, but a lot of things are inappropriate. It helps you that much more with managing their online monitoring. Okay. So again, that's really the only thing I need you to go with right now, because this is the biggest thing kids can have. The Grammarly, that's more for me. Add to Classroom, again, that's more for me. But now that that's done, now you can go back and click on sorry, I guess it's not on there. Okay, back here at the Google homepage, got to sign in again. All right, so just click here on the Google Apps button, which pop up Google Classroom, your Google Docs, Google Drive, Gmail, all that fun stuff. Right under here, you should have Classroom. Just select that. Mine looks like this. I have all my classes set up here. If you were to pick a class, whichever one you wanted to make a practice class for, all you have to do is click up here on the Join button, create the class, and then title it however you want. I'm going to use my 6th grade social studies as my kind of practice one. So I have right here, I have 6th grade social studies created. In order for these kids to join your class, it's very simple. All they have to do is sign into Google, go to Google Classroom. They'll click join a class, and they'll type in that code. So if you guys are my students, that's what you would type in, and it automatically gets you into the group. Okay. So next thing, kind of layout of Google Classroom. Right here over on the tabs bar, you get to keep all of your classes here organized. The nice thing that they added this year, a to-do list. So let's say we have every single one of you use Google Classroom for let's say you're all junior high teachers, right? This to-do list, if you have different assignments posted for different dates, all they have to do is click in here. It'll tell them what's due and when's due. So it's kind of like just an online planner for them. Just one more resource for them to try and maybe stay a little organized. So you have stream, classwork. This is where you go to add stuff. He has a Google Calendar that all the kids would have, a class drive folder. Creating an assignment is as simple as creating that assignment, quizzes, questions, materials. and so on and so forth. It shows you all the people inside the class. Now this one too is nice if you want to get the parents involved. That's which this next parent-teacher conference is something I'm going to talk to them about. Invite guardians if they want to get the emails that their kids are getting. Another way just to help monitor what they're doing online. Invite their guardians. I believe every assignment I post, they'll get an email about a reminder, so the parents would also know when there's an assignment coming up. I know that's just one more thing in there, hopefully not their spam box to get, but it keeps them in the loop. And then grades, I don't use the grades thing a whole lot. I show the kids their score still, so it's not something I use exclusively. Okay, so let's say I like to do weekly journals with the kids. Not necessarily about current events, but really anything, just to get them thinking outside the box a little bit. Okay, so that's what the first thing you want to do. Here under classwork, you're going to create an assignment. I'm going to title it journal entry. Down here, you put your instructions. You're going to read the following article, and then you're going to answer these prompts. Okay, I'm not going to type all that in just yet, but I'll go ahead and assign this. Okay, so I have entered into a student's account with their parents' permission what it would look like from their end. Okay, so she is in 6th grade social studies. She's going to check. And she'll see right here, post a new assignment, the journal entry. Okay, so she does see that. I guess I should probably enter an article on there. Let's say I'm going to go back to USA Today. Let's say she's going to want to read about the fugitive, okay? Again, Rocket Readability. Okay, so right now I get she would still have to use the Rocket Readability to get it like this, but you can do it as simple as copy and paste right here. With your instructions, it would tell her that she would need to read the article and respond. 2 different ways you can do that. As a teacher, you could use them through, have them do it through Google Docs. You can have them just comment. But as for like Peyton right here, she sees her assignment, there it is. She's going to add or create. So she can go through Google Drive, link, file, but more likely we're going to use Google Docs. And as soon as she creates that, automatically it labels it Peyton Johnson in the title of her assignment, so she always has it. So if she looks back in Google Drive, she'll be able to find it. Okay, now, hopefully she doesn't turn it in just yet, but what she would do is she would just click on that doc, it would open up, and she would type her response right here. And since it's already uploaded onto the assignment, when she's done, all she'd have to do is type in, turn it in. Okay. There's also the nice thing you can do with Google Classroom too is instead of me creating just a regular assignment, I can create a question journal entry, and students can reply to each other. I might label this one discussion. Okay, back to the student view of this. Okay, so obviously I didn't put a question on this one, but if you didn't want them to create Google Docs, you can do something simple as, create a comment. All she has to do is type her answer right there, submit it, and then she's done. Now you can have it, I've seen it to where kids can comment on each other's posts. I'll leave that up to you just because it gets them in the habit of expressing their opinions. Someone has a different opinion than them, they can start, debating, they can start discussing in an appropriate manner why they believe what they believe and whatnot. You guys have any questions so far? Okay. Okay, really easy assignment. I've done this actually quite a few times throughout the year. If my assignment involves, them watching a video. So video description, The nice thing that you can do now, you can attach a file down here. You can go through your Google Drive, or you can just click right here on the YouTube link and type in the exact video you want to watch. So I want them to watch a crash course video. And let's go with crash course in cells. Perfect. So I'll scroll through here. There's my video, instructions. Summarize the video in 5 sentences. Now, obviously, I mean, that's not usually the description I put in, but you usually give them talking points, and this just makes it so much easier for them to stay organized. That's what the biggest thing using Google Classroom today is. It's organization. Okay. Let me come over here real quick. Got some of my talking points. Okay. Other thing, totally up to you, but one thing I have done, I started this last semester. As you can see here, the social studies feed posts a whole bunch of material. I have also, you can create quizzes online using what's called Google Forms, and I'll just kind of show you a little bit what that does. So this is a student's need assessment I created for the kids. This kind of, you're supposed to type your name, answer the questions, simple things like, I have internet access at home, I can do this at home. Because that's kind of the biggest hang up I have right now is, even if there's like 2 kids that can't do this at home, I really can't assign this. So it's important for me to know this kind of information. I need help being organized. Test taking skills need improvement. I can get help from my teacher. I feel comfortable with my teacher. I feel like I enjoy coming to school. And I can show you, I'll open up my Google Forms and show you what that would look like when it's finished. Got to sign in again. Okay, so here, back under your Google Apps, you'll come down here, you'll see Google Forms. And you'll see the one I have created. All right, there's this one. Okay. Okay, student needs assessment. So when that's all said and done, you can see the responses. All the kids that take it, you can see right here that looks like just in this class alone, I have internet access and be able to access Google Classroom. 4 of the kids in that class wouldn't be able to do this at home. Just fine, that just means I have to accommodate for that here in school, give them a little extra time. I need help being organized. Looks like one person was brave enough to say yes, they need help being organized. Okay, my test taking skills, most people are like, I don't study. I need help managing my time better. Looks like, again, 2 people said, I agree with that. It just kind of gives you a chance to get to know your kids, know exactly what they need, because from what I've learned, a lot of different kids need a lot of different areas of help. Studying skills, a lot of people said they need help with their studying skills. Anyway, so whatever questions you come up with, you can go through and you can see, you can break it down individually too, question by question. I don't like it that way though. The individual, I've been access at home. You can see what kids actually type. They can't see this, but this will give you an example of what you can do with it. Okay. And the last thing I want to talk to you about, again, I know I'm going over a lot of different things really fast, but one thing, especially if you're ELA, social studies teachers, even science, one thing that goes really great with Google Classroom is Google Earth. They have completely changed it. It's no longer the creepy thing where you can spy on whatever residents you want to. I come down here, I'll click on Google Earth. Oh, don't worry, there's still that aspect there, don't worry.
There's just more.
Now there's more creeping. What you can do is, I call it, Google Earth is, for me, I want to see things like, I want to see ancient Rome, I want to see ancient Greece, Machu Picchu, one of my favorite places. But I'm a teacher. It's probably not going to happen. And so what this does,